Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody, and I'm on a little bit early because I just couldn't wait to see you guys this week. This is my favorite hour of the week, and it's already been an exciting day. I got to tell ghost stories today. And
Start from the top because your mic was not on.
oh dear. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm here early, and I hope my mic is on now and that everybody can hear me. I'm here early. I am just so good to go. I am so energized. Today I got to tell ghost stories, and y'all know how I love to tell ghost stories. I actually got to tell ghost stories to 7 different groups of people. And my producer was worried I'd be all wore out, but I'm not. I had a really good time. It's an awesome group of people, and it was good practice for the Ghosts of Queens event coming up. And so let me tell you a little bit about that. There are still tickets available. The tickets are $200, and $200 will get you lunch, continental breakfast, and it will also get you workshops. The pajama party on Friday night. There's going to be a ghost walkthrough, and there's going to be a seance. We're also going to have a bonus class on automatic writing, in addition to the workshops on Saturday. That takes place August 29th and 30th. So make sure that you go to the Haunting Live podcast website and get your tickets today. And I understand we have some people here already.
Yeah, we do have some people here already. I'm going to ask you to talk a little quieter because you are actually yelling into the microphone.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, don't know my own strength.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all here. Let's see who we've got with us.
Oh, I did get one.
We got one email. That's right.
We got one email, and the emails go first. And I don't have it printed out, but it is from a Susie. And Susie has got a job opportunity in front of her. And she has an existing job, and she doesn't know whether she should pursue a new job opportunity or whether she should wait at her existing job for, I guess there's a potential payout or something. So there's a good reason for her to stay, but there's also a good reason for her to go. And as we all know, with the labor shortage right now, this is a time. If you want to make any career changes, this is a time to go out and do it because the jobs are there to be had. Okay, so let's see what Susie's best strategy job-wise is. We'll ask that way. Okay, Susie? Got it all shuffled up. And I'm just going to do a 3-card spread this time. Okay, the first card you get is a 10 of Swords. So the cards are telling you right off the bat, there is nothing to be had by staying where you're at. It looks like it's not a good situation politically, and it's not really a good situation for you as far as the health of your spirit is concerned. So this is a good time to not look for reasons to stay. This is time to go. Okay, so yeah, the cards are saying go, go, go. If this opportunity doesn't work out, find the next one. Whatever little thing they're dangling in front of your nose to keep you around is not worth it. This is time for you to go. There are a lot of opportunities in front of you. I think that you can write your ticket right now, Susie. But the cards are telling you in the most strong way possible, do not wait around for anything that's not going to happen. There's a lot of empty promises there, and there's way too much potential on the path ahead of you for you to slow down. Okay, so thank you so much for writing me. Anybody who sends me an email will get their question answered first right here on the channel, and you can send your questions to me in advance at thequeenofoogaBooga@gmail.com. Okay, so welcome everybody.
All right. Well, let's get to the other screen there, everybody. Hello. I hope you can all hear me. I got myself a new microphone this week. Our first victim is Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. How you
Sonia
doing?
would like a general reading for the week.
Oh, I would love to give you a general reading. And how about I do the north, east, southwest? And my producer recommends that for this spread, I should go like this and put the one card sideways. There's north, east, south, and west. Okay, so this week is going to be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I think you're going to have a hard time. All these cards are reversed. So it tells me that behind the scenes, you do have a good new potential. So there is potential on the horizon. But I think you're going to find that this week there's a lot of obstacles in front of you. And I hate to tell you that, but that's what happens. Also, this is a kind of week where you can get hit pretty hard with the Mercury Retrograde. And anybody who doesn't know what that is, right now we are in Mercury Retrograde right through till October 18th. So we still have 2 more weeks of this. And when Mercury goes retrograde, communications can get turned sideways. So it's easy to get miscommunication. It's easy for things not to go through, etc. and so on. When there is a Mercury retrograde, it is recommended that you follow through on everything, not just once, but twice, 3 times. Make sure everything goes. Read everything. Make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, because this is a time where it's just easy for things to go sideways. So Sonia, just kind of lay low this week and wait for opportunities on the horizon next week.
And our next question comes from Janice, who is looking for spirit messages guides.
Okay.
Spirit guide messages.
Spirit guide message. I know what you meant, Janice. I speak his language. Okay, so what do Janice... Ooh. Well, Janice, your spirit guides are certainly chatty. And they're telling you to quit worrying about paying your dues or anything like that. I know it feels like somewhere in the background you're being told, no, you got to do this first, you got to do that first. You're having a lot of rules imposed on you that don't make any sense. Your guides are telling you in a very loud and clear voice, this is a time for you to look at yourself and to know what you want and to go after what you want. Don't worry about logic. Don't worry about somebody else's plans for you. Now is the time for you to decide what you want to do next. Because you're way more in control of your situation and your destiny than you think. Okay. So your guides want you to go for it, Janice. And I'm also kind of getting a visual of a clear quartz crystal. So this is a good time for you to wear, clear quartz crystal, Herkimer's even better, diamonds even better. But it's time for you to use those clear, powerful stones as your power stones right now.
Okay, and next we have Kelly, who wants to know what Friday has in store for her.
Ooh, Friday.
Friday, before the Thanksgiving weekend. 7 more sleeps.
Oh, that's right.
Till Thanksgiving Monday.
Yes.
And my birthday.
And your birthday. We're not having turkey, but we're having birthday cake.
And this year, I'm accepting marbles from strangers.
So send the producer marbles, folks. Okay, so Kelly and Friday.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Kelly. Don't compromise and don't listen. When I put the Page of Wands and the King of Swords both reversed, and the Page of Wands is dead center. And you know, when I put this down, the universe kind of whispered in my ear, boys are stupid. And then I put down the Knight King of Swords as far as what's countering you on Friday, what you need to work against. And there's a point to this. And it feels like you might get obstacles or misinformation from the men around you. So Friday is not a good day for you to believe what the men are telling you, or to necessarily to take advice. And it's really male dominated. So don't take advice from the men around you who like to give you advice. This card is so positive. I've got a tattoo this big on my arm based on this card. This card is a card of opportunity ahead. This card is a card that says to be optimistic and to know opportunity is directly ahead. This is a time to take a leap of faith. So Friday looks good for you. Don't listen to your detractors. Don't listen to the negative people. Don't listen to anybody who wants to slow you down. The Fool says, go for it, go for it, go for it. Remember, it's life's little tragedies and life's little missteps that push us along the path. And that will work for you. So Friday looks good. And remember, boys are stupid. Except you, honey.
That's okay. You can call me dumb.
No, yep.
No, that's fine. That's okay. Just remember, I'm the one that drives.
He drives and he cooks and he is wonderful, and you can't have him because he's mine, girls.
That's right. I'm all taken.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next. I got lost.
Did you get lost?
I got lost.
Oh,
all right,
no.
who is next? Baby girl.
Hi, baby girl.
Was like a reading for next week.
Oh.
Or this coming week. I'm not quite sure.
Beautiful baby girl.
How about we do the next 2 weeks, since I'm not sure if she wants next week or this week or.
Yeah, well, let's see how the rest of the Mercury retrograde is going to treat you, baby girl. We'll do a northeast southwest reading for you. Okay?
That sounds grand.
That is grand. All right. So, north. Ooh. Got the Fool positively aspected, and that's your grounding. So this tells me that no matter what other cards come up, the next 2 weeks is the time for you to look at the opportunities in front of you. This is a time for you maybe to go job shopping, or at least better position shopping. And so we go to east. Let's see what your messages are for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. You are going to hear about some opportunities, because it says that over the next 2 weeks you're going to be juggling two different things. You're going to have to make a decision, and even though they're two different things, they carry the same weight. So the trick is to pick what you like best, and don't worry that's a bad decision. The only bad decision is indecision. Okay, so you got it. This is actually going to be a pretty positive week. When we go to the south, which is your fire and your passion, you've got your friends, you've got celebration, you've got coming together. So over the next 2 weeks, you're going to see quite a bit of your friends. There's a lot of fun to be had. So the weekends are going to be grand. Oh, and the 8 of Wands, and that is in the West, which is water, which is emotion, love, passion. And if you look at this card, you've got these. In this particular deck, I always think of this card as lovers' games. Although the 8 of Wands, in and of itself, talks about things moving forward in a very fast and passionate manner, but it does look, baby girl, like. Love and friend and career, you've got a pretty good 2 weeks coming up. Yeah, you don't need to be afraid of no Mercury retrograde. She must not be a Virgo.
Aries.
Oh, is she?
She is an Aries, yes. And our next question comes from Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords, it's been a while since we've seen you.
I'm not getting along with one of my instructors. Will I pass all my classes this semester?
Oh. You know, one of the first things I get with this instructor that you're not getting along with, even though you have a personality clash, this instructor is a proud person, and if you do a good job in his class, I get a feeling that might be a her though, that you will do just fine. This is not, yeah, there's a personality thing going there, but your work will be judged fairly because that's a point of pride for the professor. So I wouldn't worry about that. But let's see what else we have for the Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords and her education. Okay. Okay, dead center. You have the Hermit reversed. And the hermit himself is somebody who seeks wisdom. And because it's reversed, I think that maybe you got a little turned around this semester. I'm wondering if there was some sort of a distraction. Yeah, don't be so afraid of that course. Just do your best. You won't be judged on your personality. You will be judged on your work. It does show a period of healing here. So even though you may have gotten off on the wrong foot, Queen, you can correct this just by being logical. Do your work, you'll be just fine. There's healing ahead of you.
Well, there you go, Queen of Swords. Our next question comes from Haunting Live Podcast, who would like a general reading.
It was so nice to see you guys this afternoon, and congratulations on the new addition to your family.
Rocky.
I can't wait to meet Rocky. Okay, so Haunting Live Podcast. Watch, he'll get the Queen of Swords. That's the one that's got a black cat in it. Okay, so general reading for Haunting Live. Wow, you've got Temperance right here. So this shows you've got a period of balance coming into your life. I like to see this. There's a good spiritual connection happening here. The right people are coming together for you, Haunting Live. I like to see that. Ooh, okay, so when I look at the past and where you're coming from, you have had troubles in the past. You've got the falling tower, so you are coming out of a little mini disaster. You're coming out of a rough period of your life, and because they're all major arcana cards, I think that the cards are giving me the long view right now, because it seems to say, yeah, we know we put you through a rough patch. There was some lessons that you needed to learn, and it was medicine for you. But right now, you are coming into balance, and the universe is bringing you what you need to be balanced. Look at that. 3 major arcana cards. And when I look directly ahead of you, you have the moon. And the moon is a really intuitive card. And it is a card of it is a card of secrets and mysteries. And when I look at your general path, now that you've come into balance, you are going, and you did talk about, like, you just went to the trip up north, and some of the places you visited, the spirits seem to resonate with you. And when I see the moon, it looks like you're going to start benefiting from that. And you and I are both in very similar fields. So the idea of the moon coming into you, which is kind of a booster for your psychic ability and for your ability to see beyond the mask that people put on is very well aspected here. So you've made some pretty good choices, and it looks like the universe is on your side and ready to help you along. Trust whatever opportunities come your way right now.
Well, there you are, Haunting Live Podcast. That would be hauntinglivepodcast.com. The address is on your screen. If you guys want to head on over there and check out their events page, where you can get tickets for Queens of the Ghost Inn going on October 29th and 30th. There's so many things going on that I'm not going to tell you about them. Just go onto the website, go to the event section, and they'll have all the information, and you can get all your tickets. And while you're at the website, check out the store. They've got great merchandise for you. And next question we have is from Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
Nope, she's just... Hi, Marcy. Never mind.
It's nice to see you. I've changed over to my Lenormand deck. You guys can see that. While we're talking about events, do we have people waiting?
There's a few.
There's a few. Okay, well, let's do a few readings, and then I'll talk about my February and March events.
Certainly. Well, our next question is from Patricia,
Hi, Patricia.
who would like a reading for October.
Okay, Patricia's October. And as you can tell, I've switched over to the Lenormand. Okay, so October already starts on a romantic note here, because I see you with somebody, and you see it as a blessing. The only thing I worry about with the fellow that I see around you is he seems to be a little hard on yourself. But when I look at the now, October seems to bring good news, and basically you're in a better place emotionally. When I look at the Two of Swords, I see that it's not Two of Swords, the swords, and they're the cross swords. That talks about a truce and a sort of a peace and sort of an acceptance. I think there's been certain things that you've been fighting along the way that you finally let go and let happen. And that's actually a good thing, because when you look here in the garden scene, you've got the balloons flying up and things getting a lot lighter. So I'm glad to see that in October you finally quit fighting your destiny and let the universe carry you as it wants to. Well, there's somebody that wants your attention too, Patricia. So good luck there.
Welcome, Lon. You seem to be new here. Thank you for checking us out. His question is, what's in store for October?
Okay, and as you can see, I'm reading with the Lenormand deck right now. It's actually the Maybe Lenormand, so it's a 52 card deck, which makes sense since there's 52 cards in the playing card deck. So this is kind of a cross between the playing cards and the gypsy cards, and they're really neat. And one for October. Whoop, there's something. Oh, there's a couple of things that flew out for October. You've got the sky, so it looks like October is a month of adjustment for you, Juan. It looks like the universe is going to come and take some things out of your life to make your life more comfortable. So whatever the universe chooses to take off the shelf for you this month, anything that's taken from you is a blessing in disguise, because it looks like at the end of October, basically that 5 is telling me in 5 weeks you're going to feel very happy and comfortable about your situation, but there needs to be there needs to be some things cut out of your life. It's like when I put my finger on it, the phrase you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet. But let me put down a few more cards. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We have a lady. Oh. Huh. That's strange. We got a lot of women here. Okay, it makes me wonder right now if you're having more than if you might be dating more than one woman, Juan, because it looks like you've got a lot of female energies around you, and it's more than one woman. So maybe you're in a relationship and there's a little flirtation there or something, but by the time you reach the end of October, you've got the two little birdies together. So whatever's going on romantically right now, you are going to winnow it down to one by the end of the month. That's okay. More than one woman at a time, Juan. Make you tired.
And that reading was for Lon.
Lawn.
And next we have Kelly Saunders. No, she's just letting us know that the ghost stories are fun.
Oh, yeah. Were you there, Kelly? Oh, I was met this after if she was there this afternoon.
Well, I can wait for the response or we can go on to the next reading.
Well, let's go on to the next reading.
Hello, Mary M, who's looking for you reading for October. That's the theme today.
Reading for October. Well,
Nobody wants to know about Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I think that I have never seen people less enthusiastic about a holiday. Okay. 4 out of 5 isn't bad, Miriam. It looks like October starts out basically making agreements. You've got the handshake here, so it looks like there's negotiations, there's settlements, there's basically I'm getting the idea of loose ends tied up, but it looks like things are being tied into nice package in October. It does say make sure that you're aware that you keep up with paperwork and you do that properly. Also, it looks like when I look at this one right here and I see the heart, I think that there might be some flirtation here. And if you already have a relationship around you, you might be entering into a honeymoon period, because I just see something that gets your heart beating there, and in a love way. Then we get to the coffin. And when I look toward the end of October, and this will be shortly before Halloween, there is going to be some bad news for you. And the coffin is a severe card, but it stands alone. It stands alone. So this feels like it might be sad news from abroad or something like that. It's out of your realm to really do anything about it. And it's not so harsh that it doesn't keep you from ending October and starting November on a very positive note. You have the sun there, and it just doesn't get any better than the sun. So for the first part of November, look to see what opportunities come your way, because it really feels like you're setting yourself up in a good way to progress. So good on you. Happy October.
Well, there you are, Miriam. And next we have New Love, who's looking for love this week.
Oh, you gotta be careful about being in a hurry for things. I think I'm going to switch over to
The runes?
he called it. We're gonna go for the runes. So New Love wants to know about New Love.
That's right, quick and dirty.
Okay, quick and dirty. Okay, well, that sounds about right. Boy, they sure did scatter.
They can't see that one.
Oh, they can't see that one. So I'm bringing these in a little closer, so you guys can see that right now it's saying, yeah, you can find new love. You can find new love in in the cycle of the sun. So I think that says, yeah, you could find love in a day, but it's warning you against that. So if you need love right now, you're going to get something that gets a little out of hand real fast. So if you want new love, that's fine. It's a free country. We can do what we want. But I'm just telling you, always make sure that there's a quick escape. Okay? Just because I think that the if you go this quick route, which nothing's going to stop you from doing it. You got something coming in quick, so you're getting what you want, but it's going to get out of hand pretty quick. Then we go, what do we see when we pick up our head and look, say, toward the end of November as we're coming into the holiday season, because these two rooms just have a kind of holiday season to them. Yeah, you get a flash in the pan here. Don't worry about it. Enjoy it. Very short lived. Very short lived. Goes off the rail. Whatever. Really fast. But you get what you want. The love right away. But as we get closer to the end of November, the love that you're looking for, that you're actually looking for, does come your way. So, they say you got to kiss it. Sometimes you have to kiss a few toads before you get a prince. Well, there's a toad, but you got a prince coming your way toward the end of November. And this one, see where that ends? Oh, yeah. You've got something coming your way through November that develops and grows through the holiday season, and by St. Valentine's Day, it is a committed relationship. So, story of two relationships, new love.
Speaking of committed, if you'd like to see Sally in person, call the number on your screen, the spa near the tracks, at 519-272-1293. That's in Stratford, Ontario, and you can call those people there and make an appointment to see Sally live, in person. And if you can't do that, send Sally an email at queenofoogaboga@gmail.com and we'll set up a virtual reading for you. Our next question comes from Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Dead air?
Yeah. Well, Suzanne, this applies to anybody. If you have a deck that you like most of all, you can request that your reading is done with a specific deck. And while we're on the topic of all the different tarot decks that are out there, how many of you guys out there own tarot decks, and what is your favorite tarot deck? Just write it down in the comments. Yeah. And speaking of the tarot and reading things, I am going to be teaching classes on the palm and the tarot. It's going to be an intense 2-day class. It's a whole event. It's like an adult camp at the Queen's Inn. It starts on Saturday morning and goes right through to Sunday afternoon. And the group stays together. And by the time you leave, you will be able to either read palms on the one for reading palms or read the tarot. And I've used a lot of the methods that has worked over the years for my longer courses. But if I have a group together for a day and a half, then I can work with you as a group. And I start out with psychic development, and that brings us all together as a group, gets us all on the same page, and then I get into the practical part of it. With the palms, we look at the lines and the whirls and all the other stuff, and with the tarot, of course, it's the numbers and the suits. Then on the Saturday night, we have a pajama party. So that's more of a hands-on kind of thing where we're all just relaxed and having fun. And it's just to just connect with, whether it's the tarot deck or the palm reading. Everybody will get a mini reading, but it's just so you can have some fun and be comfortable with it. And then on Sunday, it's a practical hands-on application. So by the time you leave Sunday afternoon, you know how to read either the palm or the tarot. The package includes your accommodations, your meals, and of course the instructions. And tickets go on sale for November 20th. And I will be posting the prices this week on my Facebook page. So make sure you visit the Queen of Ooga Booga Facebook page. And the information will be right there on Wednesday.
Okay, well, on with the show.
On with the show.
Suzanne's bored. She's looking for movement and changes.
Ooh. Well, Suzanne, this is a good time to make things happen.
You know what would be handy in situations like this? If you still had to get up to change the channel on the TV.
Oh, that was horrible. We had to do that in the 70s. You had to wade through shag carpet, at least 4 feet of it to get to.
I didn't have shag carpet. It was just my dad telling me, channel 1, channel 2, channel 1, channel 2. Damn it, there's nothing on.
Well, now we have hundreds of channels. And it's like,
and there's still nothing on.
Still nothing on. So Suzanne's bored. Okay, so I picked up the Smith-Waite deck. Okay, how can Suzanne cure her boredom? That's interesting. The middle card, and this is one of the bonus cards, it's one called Tribute. And the idea in this card is that sometimes you have to pay tribute or show gratitude to those around them before you can move on. So this is probably a good time for you to do the things that you are grateful for. I think there's some sort of an exercise you do where every day you write down what you're grateful for or something like that. But this feels like an expression of gratitude. An expression of gratitude gives you power and direction. Again, what I love about you. Okay, Suzanne. Yeah, this is a time for you to be grateful, but know that right around the corner is the route forward. It feels like some of your opportunities have been a little blocked, but they're still there. They are still there. And there's this reminder that those around you love you very much. This is a good time for you to bring your friends together, visit your family, and reconnect with loved ones. And hopefully that'll solve your boredom.
Okay. No, Ava, you cannot clone me. Not unless I get the first copy. Considering how much fun I have by myself, I can only imagine how much fun I would have with myself.
I'd come home and one would have a black eye and the other would have a bloody nose. They'd fight nonstop. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, all right. It would just be a nonstop argument about who's right.
Probably.
All right, let's see if we've got any more questions here. Ooh, what the hell? Wow, look at all these.
Oops. Yes.
Oh, Marcy wants to know about the land border opening up.
Oh, so do I. Let's see. Oh. Well, that's an interesting card to come up. Because you've got the King of Cups, right? And for some reason I see Biden here. Because you've got the river, which is where the land border is, and he's sitting on his concrete slab. it does say that for the good of trade, he will open up the border for Christmas. He won't have this closed another holiday season, and that's from Biden's side. But there's also the idea of getting back into Canada.
Marcy won't be concerned about that for another 6 months.
Yeah, they'll balance that out. They will balance that out, but it's still going to end up being more expensive to cross the border going forward. I think that they're going to decide that the shot passport is enough, and so that they can do without the without the test. Okay, but for you, yeah, Biden will make sure that you can go to Florida, go to Disneyland.
50th anniversary, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's what the commercials tell me. Our next question is from Iceman. Hello, Iceman. I see you're new here.
Welcome.
Iceman wants to know what's coming for the rest of the month, even though we're only at the start of it.
Okay. Well, we're at the third, so it's 1/10 gone. Whew. Barely started, it's already 1/10 gone. Okay, so the rest of October for Iceman. Okay, so Iceman, for you as an individual, basically the world goes all right for you. So you have opportunities coming up. So it looks like career opportunity, the career, finances, things like that. That part of your life is balancing out. What worries me is this Queen of Swords. So I think that there's somebody in your life that you really want to believe and you really want to trust. And the first thing the cards are telling me is that the person you know you can't trust, you can't trust. And the person you know you can't believe, you can't believe. I feel like this is probably somebody that you care about a great deal and you just wish this person would be honest and sincere. Some people just can't help themselves, and I hope that you can forgive her. But overall, you can't have it all. But as far as as far as the financial goes, it's all right. Okay, so that's October for you. It can't all be good, Iceman.
That wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It's just like I have that bugaboo about honesty. So anytime I see somebody being dishonest, I just feel like that's the worst thing in the world.
Well, our next question comes from Tabitha Joe.
Hi, Tabitha Joe.
How's some Aries feeling towards me?
All right.
Any old Aries will do.
Any old Aries? Whoa. Okay. Okay, so he hasn't quite figured you out yet. What I get here is don't try so hard. Don't try so hard. Don't try so hard to be an open book. I think playing a little hard to get will work better for you because he's used to people being a little bit more standoffish. So yeah. This is somebody you can this is somebody you can have in your life, but you can't. You have to. not be so anxious about it. Don't let him see that. Play hard to get, play standoffish. Because he doesn't understand why you're. He likes you, but he thinks you're intense. So just play it cool, and you will do just fine with this guy. Because he likes you, he sees potential in you. What?
Potential. What every girl wants to hear.
Well, some guys.
I see potential in you. We can just get you an education.
Well, there are guys that just seem to have one foot out the door and the other on a banana peel because they get hurt once or twice and then they get scared. And if sometimes when guys get hurt by a girl that's a little intense and a little stocky, then they're really scared about the next one being the same way. And you don't want to be judged by some other girl's mistakes.
Before we get to our next question, we have a bunch of new people here. Stardust C is here. Esme is here. Simply Shan is back. Type out your questions. End them with a question mark, please, because it just makes it so much easier for me to read. Also, we'll get to your question in sequence. We scroll down the list, and that's that. If I miss somebody, if I miss a question, I've got people here telling me that I did so, and we will get back to you. But every now and then, we've just gotten past the point where Sally doesn't want to do any more readings, and then we shut her down. Generally, we go until 10 o'clock, but sometimes we've gone up until 10:30. It all depends on how many questions we have. Next, Stardust C. Welcome to the channel, Stardust. Stardust wants to know about psychic abilities and messages from her spirit guides.
Okay, so we're going back to my old friends here.
She has more questions just down the... she wants to become a professional psychic so she can starve like the rest of them. And she's looking for a soulmate. All right.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, and what was her name?
Stardust.
Stardust. Okay, Stardust. So. So first off, with psychic ability, and I know if you've been watching this show, you know that I do have classes coming up, and they're kind of intense classes. It's a day and a half, and we work together as a group so that you learn to read fast. And so you might want to take part in one or both of those groups. The one in the first weekend in February will be learning the palmistry, and the one the first weekend in March will be learning how to read the tarot cards. A lot of it's just trusting your own instinct. A little bit of psychic development. You really want to work on meditation. Other than that, one foot in front of the other and just do it, if that's what you want to do. Let's see what the cards, and I'm going back to the Scapini Tarot, which is my old friends. I've had them for over 30 years. Okay, so interesting. So Stardust, when I put this in order, it starts out with a Chariot. So it tells me that to get where you're at right now, you were off to a good start. Now, I don't know what you're actually considering here, but you have the falling tower. So you're getting warned against doing anything that's going to be disastrous to your own life. So this might be a good time to consider the choices you're making in the now, because you might be starting to make some wrong choices. And you want to go back to where your life's going forward as it should go. And when I look at what's positively aspected, you have the Queen of Swords, but it's the Queen of Swords reversed, and I see that as an aspect of yourself. And the Queen of Swords, she basically takes off the mask. She's the one that calls people on their BS. But when it's reversed like that, it's kind of saying, you're not looking at yourself realistically here. So I don't think that you should quit everything and start reading. I think you should take a little bit more slowly than that. I am always in favor of people expanding their knowledge of psychic ability, and I certainly don't stop anybody from moving forward. In my classes, I do talk about ways where you can do it professionally and give you advice along those lines too. But right now, you might want to take a step backwards and get back on the path you were before. Okay? And that is the advice that I get from the cards.
Well, Stardust, I hope that was helpful of some sort. Do stick around and come back and tell all your friends about us. The more people we have, the better the show gets.
Yes.
Amanda, I'm going to skip over you right now for this minute because our next question from Esme ties into Stardust's question. Esme was wondering whether he has any psychic abilities, or she, I don't know. How do you nourish them? She feels like she's absorbing other people's energy and it's been hard and she's been sick and then she's all right.
Okay, and so what you're describing, so I would imagine that your abilities on at least a little bit are what they would call empathic, which means you do pick up on people's feelings, and that makes group gatherings, it makes freeways, traffic jams, malls, schools, any place where there's a lot of people together. It makes it difficult on you because you are picking all this up. You can use there's a number of different techniques. One that I suggest that's really, really easy is get some rosemary oil. A small bottle that big is going to cost you less than $20, and it should last you literally for years as long as you put the cap on tightly afterwards. But just put the tiniest amount on your finger and put it on the base of on the nape of your neck, because that's your most vulnerable spot psychically, and that's going to give you a little bit of protection as far as the empathic thing goes, and the psychic overload that you feel in crowds. You're not alone. A lot of people feel that. Another thing that's helpful, if you really feel anxious in a crowd, say the Lord's Prayer 3 times. It's you don't have to be Christian. It is the world's most powerful prayer, and no matter who you are, it will put a white light of protection around you. Okay. As far as psychic ability, we all have it to one degree or another. The best way to develop it is to start out with meditation. And from meditation, also, you want to study symbology. And I have 2 flyers with exercises to help you understand those 2 things. And if you're interested, just send me an email to thequeenofoogaboga@gmail.com and let me know that you would like the flyer on meditation and the flyer on symbology. And those 2 things will help you quite a bit. It's always fun to go out and get a tarot deck and learn to read the tarot deck. But if you really want to develop psychically, the best starting point is with meditation. Okay, and I hope I've answered your question, Esme. I'm just going to give you a little general reading, so just because everybody gets a little bit of a reading here. So let's see what's up for Esme in the short-term future. Ooh. I do see a situation coming to a head around you. And I think this is a situation about somebody who might be a not good impact on your life. There's something very negative about this person. So you do have somebody negative, and it's a situation that comes to a head that gets this person out of your life. And when I look ahead, you asked about your psychic ability, you get the moon. And so as you get into winter, and this does feel like something that happens, like in January, February, you're going to start getting some pretty intense messages. So you must have sent some requests out to the universe, because your guides are going to start communicating with you a little bit more over the winter, and that's a good thing. Okay, so who's next?
Next, we have Amanda, who's looking for love, as she always is.
Well, it's better than looking for pennies on the ground.
Especially in Canada.
They don't exist anymore. There's nothing wrong with looking for love. You look for love, eventually you find it. And sometimes it just sneaks up on you.
I did no such thing. I was in the room the entire time.
He really was. The first thing this guy ever told me was that my dress was translucent. It was too. Okay, so Amanda. Okay, so you've got the Queen of Coins, and she's reversing it as you're coming into this, and so it says, yeah, you've had to kind of reground yourself and adjust your reality, so you're still a little bit ungrounded, you're still a little bit topsy-turvy, but the cards are saying, don't worry, you're still on the path to finding love. And this one seems to be timing. It's like the Six of Wands is a card of victory. Six of Wands is a card of things going right for you and the people around you supporting you and cheering you on. So keep the faith, girl. Somebody comes into your life that your friends approve of. So keep smiling. Keep making eye contact. Keep believing in love, Amanda. Keep looking. You'll find it.
Well, I have a correction to make. New Love wasn't actually looking for new love. She wanted a reading. General reading. A good old, let me know what's going on in my life because I'm absent from it reading.
Did you want me to give her another reading?
That's up to you.
Okay. That was 2 readings ago, so I don't even remember what I told you, new love.
Neither do I.
Okay, so
that's just the way it goes around here. Readings come and go, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Things go zing-zong, right? Okay, so that's right, because that was a tower before. Yeah, when I look at the now, new love, it just looks like it just looks like right now is a good time for you to break free of some bad situations. Because you've got the devil dead center, and that talks about being trapped in a situation. But the thing with the devil is you think you're trapped, but you're not really. And the Knight of Swords says, don't wait for somebody's permission. Move forward, and move forward fast. So that is your general reading. Yeah, it's time to break free and be your own person.
Just like Freddie said.
Yes.
Simply Shan would like a reading for the next year.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's more like a sit-down reading for an hour. So Simply Shan, you get a general reading for the rest of the month.
We'll just toss the
runes.
Sure.
2 stones for each month.
No, just see what it says.
Aww.
See what it says. I know.
Let's see. How many stones do you have there? 12?
3, 6, 9, 10. 10. But it said to, we were looking at Simply Shannon, And the one that's right side up is Gebu, which is gift, which is blessing, which is serendipity, which tells me that next year, because we were looking at in general, so next year is going to be a much better year for you than this year. Let's see what gets you from now to a feeling of being blessed and things going well for you. Okay, so starts out, there's love around you. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay, so you've got love around you. Oh, wait a second. I should have my glasses on. This tells me that this is a time when you're hunting, when you're searching. And it does say that success is right within your reach. There's baby and kin here, simply, Shannon. And if baby is not a good idea for you, this is a good time for you to be extra super careful along those lines. Because this feels like it might not be a good thing right now. It feels like you've got a lot of other things on the go in your life, and this is a time for you to be reaching for success and get yourself fired up, because there are blessings on the way for you. And oh, this is Ansu, so it's ancestral God, which is right here with the baby, the family, ancestral God. So you might be having there might be another addition into your life. I know I said it wasn't a good idea, but it just seems like it's there, and you do have the support. I'm just worried about the preparedness, but if we all waited till we were prepared. Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay, so leading up to next year, when you look at next year, there are a lot of blessings, but it's also going to be a lot of hard work, and you are going to have to make sure. This is Urus or the wild ox, and it's saying that make sure that you don't try and do everything on your own. So whatever responsibilities and whatever things that life puts to you, because next year is going to be a year of blessings, remember that. Ask for help when you need it. But overall, next year doesn't look too bad. It does look really busy.
Okay, next we have Divine Angel Readings, who has a question about his sister.
Oh, yes.
Whether she should come back on the show, and how long should that show be on Saturday nights? Half an hour, 3 hours?
Start with a half an hour and see where it takes you. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. She should definitely come back through. The judgment came right out. It says that's something that could be a blessing for you. Okay. Let's just cut these. Okay. They're kind of having fun with you, because they're saying, don't be jealous of her. So, yes, your sister should come back, but remember, you shouldn't be jealous of her. And that's one thing. It's funny that this comes up, and especially everybody that knows the situation. But, it does make sense.
What card have you got there?
It's a Four of Swords, but it's a Four of Swords reversed.
Okay, I'm just asking because...
Yeah. Because in the middle, he's got the Seven of Cups, which is the illusion delusion card. But what draws my eye is you've got this head here. And so that's kind of the mask that you put to the rest of the world. And this is what's happening afterwards. So you've got some real mixed feelings about that. You and your sister are not the same person. You're two individual people. And you actually very much different personalities. Which is, again, interesting, because I know your sister and I know you. But you've got the Four of Swords, and that's a card of healing and and a rest and a much needed rest, but it's kind of reverse. So it's saying, if don't let yourself get jealous. Don't let yourself have misgivings. She's doing just fine. And yes, you should put her ahead there, and you should work hard and be proud of her. And thank you for asking.
Yeah, we hope we have a lot of fun with that. It was a great show on Saturday.
It was.
I'm looking forward to seeing another one. Hopefully, I won't be cooking again, so I can actually watch it. There's takeout.
Cook.
Yeah. Hello, cool Libra. Happy birthday. I'm not quite sure when your birthday is, but you're a Libra, so it's this month. Cool Libra wants to know whether their ex is coming back or whether they will find someone else. You haven't given your lecture in a while.
About taking exes back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's an old Yiddish parable tale about a shoe that pinches. And if you have a shoe that pinches your foot, what you do with it is you take that shoe and you put it in the back of a closet for 6 months. And then you take it out and you put it back on your feet. And guess what? It still pinches your freaking foot. If a relationship didn't work out the first time, it's usually not going to work out the second time. That's how you get crazy, stocky ex-spouses that think you will never leave them. So never, ever, ever take an ex back. But let's see. See how it goes for Libra. Yeah, definitely. It's sometimes we think about going back to exes because life becomes complicated. And so we want to go back to a place where maybe we didn't have to carry the same responsibilities, or maybe life wasn't as complicated. So it feels like you're kind of looking at it that way. Although at first I thought it was from, I have fear, like, don't go back, don't go back. Okay, so. Yes, as much as cards are warning you to not take your ex back, yeah, your ex is going, that opportunity will be there. Do not take him back. Do not. It's you'd be doing it for the wrong reasons, and it would be disastrous. But yeah, that opportunity is coming up for you. The cards suggest this is the best thing that you should be doing right now is to look at what opportunities are out there for you, because it looks like you've let a few opportunities career-wise pass you by. Just a side note. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you everybody who tunes in. It's just it means so much to me. And I hope that all of you have liked and subscribed. Please tell all your friends we have a goal of 500 subscribers by Christmas. And I hope you guys will help me reach that goal.
And if you would like a reading from Sally in person here in Stratford, Ontario, call the number on your screen, 519-272-1293. That will get you the spa and order tracks. Just tell them you want to get a reading from Sally, and they will take care of you. And then Sally stumbles in, pulls out her cards, does her reading, and goes home. And you're happy, and Sally's happy, and the spa's happy, and I can stop driving for the day. And next we have, also let me tell you about, if you would like a reading via virtual, the email's on your screen, queenofoogaboga@gmail.com. If you'd like a reading and you can't get it in person, send Sally an email and we'll set up a reading with you on Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp,
Facebook Messenger.
Whatever you got.
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff, really. Our next question comes from Ume.
Hi.
Ume's looking to hear bad news.
Is what?
Yeah, he just wants to know whether there's bad news coming.
Ooh.
Maybe just a general reading for the week.
Let's do a general reading. If you want bad news, you can definitely find it. You know, that's easy to find. Okay, so let's see. General reading. Okay, so the first card you get, this is a good card. It's a card of change. It says that there's change coming around you. Now is a good time for you to work on reinventing yourself too, because it looks like the general politics towards you are moving forward and changing. So the winds of change are coming through your life, and sounds like that's a good thing. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is a good time for you to latch on to whatever changes are coming your way. Because right in the middle you have the Emperor, and the Emperor reverse is sometimes viewed as the failed leader. It looks like somebody that you're relying on maybe is getting not so reliable or not so dependable or not so responsible. But it's saying that the opportunity to change is coming around you, and the people that you're relying on right now become unreliable. So it's a good thing that change is going your way. And ahead of you and behind you, you've got these cards of movement. It starts out with the Eight of Wands, which is probably where you're at right now, where life seems to want to move you forward. You might be feeling like you're being pushed out the door, and you're not being pushed out the door. You're being pushed towards your next opportunity. You're being pushed toward tomorrow. Okay? So let go of whatever it is you're hanging on to so tightly right now. Let it go. Let it fall out of your hand so you can move forward to the next opportunity. Because Chariot is a really good card. It's a card of power. It's a card of having your life moving forward under your power and under your control. It says that you're the charioteer here. So move forward, move forward, move forward. If you want bad news, just stay stuck where you are right now and you'll get it.
Okay. Well, now you know what to do when you don't want bad news. And our next question comes from Speak Knowledge. Should I pursue Catania? Does she want to be with me?
Well, it depends on how you pursue her. You're capable of being very sweet, and it feels like sweet little corny stuff works. Okay, so yeah, I see your biggest problem. This is a card that came flying out, and you've got Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, but it's reversed, so then the heartbreak falls away. And this tells me that you shouldn't be hanging on to old worries, because it feels like you're worried about being hurt. And you know, faint heart never won fair maiden. That's an oldie but a goodie. So let's just cut the cards into three and see what else cards have to say about you and your lovely paramour. Okay, so yeah. Be charming, be sweet, especially above all else, be considerate. Because I see that she must be a very pretty woman, because it said, I see there's a bit of a competition here, but you can come out ahead, because the problem that the other guys have with her is that they want her and they pursue her, but they don't seem to really pay attention to who she is or what she wants. Like what color are my eyes kind of thing. So all you have to do to win her is be the guy that's really interested in her. You're not interested in what bikini size she is. You're interested in what she's studying, what she knows, what interests her, how she feels about family, those sort of things. Yeah, yeah, because she's just looking for an old fashioned kind of guy, kind of guy that you can bring home to mom and dad. So far, she hasn't found it. She seems to attract some real winners. So all you have to do is be sweet and be respectful, and this is definitely a maiden that you can win. And you've got the moon up ahead. Of course, the moon is attached with romance. So, yeah, show her respect and kindness, and you'll win her over.
Our last question of the night comes from Trevor.
Hi, Trevor.
Will there be changes at my work that I need to know about? This new tongue's not working out too well.
Be the change, Trevor. Be the change. There's always changes, no matter what. That's a certainty of life, that everything can, will, and must change. But as you ask that question, the phrase "be the change." So you're in a position right now where you can basically control the change to suit you. For example, one of the things I know is that there might be more people that work there than you think should work there. And maybe it would be a good idea for you to figure out how to make things work more efficiently, so they need one less person, if you know what I mean. Yeah, be the change. Don't fear it. Make it happen. Is for whatever reasons right now you're the favored child. You're the one that's got the ear of the boss. So yeah, you can if you show leadership now, you end up in a Ten of Pentacles spot. So you can make things work your way. Sweet.
Well, that was the last question that I'm aware of. Hello, High Priestess Tarot 610. Welcome to the channel. She's loving the name of the channel.
Oh yeah, that came from when I started doing when I opened up the Mystic Rendezvous, and I quit my job to open up the Mystic Rendezvous, and my brother got so mad at me, and he said I'd always be a starving artist, and I'd spend the rest of my life as a queen of Ooga Booga. And being a starving artist didn't sound so bad for me, and the Queen of Ooga Booga I thought was an awesome title.
I agree. As was the store's name, the Mystic Rendezvous. Really nice place. Yeah, it should have been a cafe, maybe though, huh?
yeah, but that was it's kind of I probably shouldn't have. Well, I don't regret opening the business, but yeah, I probably should have partnered with somebody who
knew how to do business.
Who knew how to do a cafe? I have no idea how to do a cafe.
Well, Trevor's was the last question. Oh yeah, High Priestess is loving the nails as well.
Oh, thank you.
Sally's been doing those herself. So what are we next to? Ooh, crystal therapy cards.
The crystal therapy cards.
So at the end of every Sunday night, Sally pulls 3 cards from her crystal therapy deck. And that's going to be how your week will be. You pick one of the 3 cards, and there you go.
Okay, so we pick card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So, which one are you attracted to? Are you attracted to card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? If you chose card number 1, your crystal is the ruby. And the word says survival, but ruby is such a power stone that this is a good week for you to exercise your power. This is a good week for you to be assertive and open-eyed and look out for the opportunities ahead of you, because ruby brings fire and power into your life. Okay, now if you picked card number 2, your crystal, well, it says cleanse, and it has a smudge thing. So this is a card that says this week you should be working a lot on anti-negativity. So that's what it means when it's cleanse spiritually. So it would be a good week for you to wear a little bit of rosemary. I know I talked about that before. Keep some black crystals around you to kind of get, to kind of reflect negativity away from you. Do everything you can to protect yourself against negativity, and definitely give people that you know are negative Nellies, give them a wide berth. Let their calls go to voicemail. Okay, so if you picked card number 3, your crystal for the week is garnet. And garnet is it's a beautiful stone. You find a lot around rivers. It's a business stone. It's an anti-theft stone. So this is a good week for you to make sure that your doors are locked. Protect what is yours. But know that you do have the energy of the river, because that's what the garnet brings too. So you can make things go forward business-wise. And if somebody's stealing your work, if somebody's taking anything from you, stand up and defend yourself. Okay, and enjoy your week. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to us, and we hope to see you next week. Make sure you tell all your friends about us.
Yeah, we're here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time, depending on what time of year it is, where we do this for at least an hour. This week, we've gone a bit over. Have a good week, folks. Bye-bye. Good night.